Guys, last week I posted on my video on my YouTube channel one mistake that people used to do on the hip escape, and I saw that got a big engagement. I mean, like a bunch of people like it, share it, and this and that. So today we're still talking here a little bit about hip escape, but one different type of hip escape. When I moved here to Marcelo's in 2013, there was one new position that people were doing the warm-up that I didn't know that position was kind of new for me. And many times when I'm teaching, I see students coming here and they also don't know. So it's kind of new because I think it's not as important as the hip escape, but this position is the front hip escape. And I see people doing the front hip escape in two different ways. So I'm gonna show my way. I don't know if this way is the right one or the wrong one. It's just the way I think makes more sense. And let's study this a little bit. So we have the hip escape, right? You want to put the foot here, with hip escape, and bring this. And bring my hip towards that way. And then we normally use that to overguard and this and that. But here, especially at Marcelo, we used to do a lot in the warm-up, the front hip escape. So then what we do is, we put this foot on the mat. Now I'm going to bend myself here, and I'm going to use this foot to bring my hip forward. So it's going to be this move. Then put this foot here, and I bring my hip forward. And then I go all the way down on the mat like this. Actually, there are two ways to do this position. The way I just showed, doing like this, and then I see many people doing like this as well. It's hard to say which one is right and which one is wrong, because this position is more like for warm-up and this and that. But I think the way I showed first makes more sense, because when we would use the front hip escape, I think it would be something like my opponent's there, and I want to go to the halfway, so I'm going to go like this and catch his leg. So I would use like this leverage here to get to close the distance and maybe get to halfway or something like this. So the way I do, once again, foot on the mat, I'm going to bend myself, and I'm going to use this foot to bring my hip forward. The other side, the other side. And that's it. So I think it's a good exercise for warm-up, and it's a good exercise to close the distance as well. For example, let's imagine my opponent broke the grips and he's away from me. I'm going to do this, and there I am. So that's the front hip escape. It's very common here at Marcelo's as a warm-up. 2013, I was black belt mover here. Didn't know what was that. So if you don't know as well, don't feel bad. Just like maybe a new or different position in Jiu-Jitsu. That is very common for some people, not that common for other people. Oh.